Being a trainer is one thing, but what you're talking about, your topic, your what? Your topic is of vital importance. What's the key word again? Your topic here. So, let's talk about topics a little bit. I would say half, what's the word? Half of your success and joy in this business is going to be dependent on what topic or subject you are going to teach specifically. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, there's 3 keys to determining what you teach. The topic you're going to teach. 3 keys. Would you like to know them? The first one is what? What you know. Say it, please. What you know. The second one is you choose what you what? What you love. And the third one, the third criteria is what's what? What's wanted. So the first one is what? What you know, what you, and what's wanted. What's wanted. What's wanted out there. Now, what's wanted by the marketplace, yes? Because you can know something, you can love something, but nobody wants it, you're not going to make any money. True or true? And conversely, you can choose a topic that's wanted, but you don't know it, you got a problem. You can choose a topic that's wanted and you know it, but you don't love it, you got another problem. So, how many of these 3 things have to be in place for you to have a big hit? All 3. All 3 have to be there. All right. Now, some of you already know your optimum topic. Some of you aren't sure of your optimum topic. And some of you have no clue of what a great topic would be for you. And to get the most out of this program, you're going to need a model. What's the word? Model. A model to work with. Raise your hand if you're already speaking or training right now. Excellent. Good job. This is an opportunity for you, number 1, to confirm. What's the word? Confirm that you're in have an excellent topic that you're working with right now. But more importantly, this is an opportunity for you to add. What's the word? Add more topics and programs to what you've already got. Here's the deal, my friends. If you are a one-trick pony, you are going to be broke in this business, at least compared to what you could be. Understand what I'm saying here? I don't care what topic you've got. It could be the greatest topic on earth, but if you only have one program, you will make 1/10 of the money you could make in this business. You must have several. What's the word? Several programs. Several. What's the word again? If you want to make serious money in this business. You can make a limited amount with one. Very limited. But most people, unless you're very fortunate, who have one topic, one program, go broke quickly in this business. I just gave you a major clue. A major what? That's one of the reasons people don't make it. Raise your hand if you know people or have heard of people. They've got a pretty good seminar, but they only have one seminar. Raise your hand if these people are rich. They're not rich, and they won't be rich because they don't have the trick to the business. They don't have the secret to the business. So if you are training or speaking right now, the word you're going to look for is what? Several. What's the word? Several. You want several programs. So just because you're teaching one on, buying land, that's a start. That's just one thing. You're going to have several that you're going to be working with in order for you to create a serious amount of money here. Does that make any sense? Yes? All right. Now, there's 2 paths. How many paths? 2. To finding that optimum topic. One is the inner path. What's it called, please? I can't hear you at all, please. Tell somebody what it's called. And the other one is the what path? Outer path. Very good. The inner path is self-driven. Who driven? It's self-driven. The outer path is market-driven. Who driven? Market-driven. So this is your inner path, what you know and what you. This is your outer path. What's what? What the market wants. What the market wants. And to be truly successful, you have to combine what? Both. So, the secret is to create an educational topic or topics that you know and love, that's the inner part, and package it. What's the word? in a way that's in high demand, the outer part. Let's start with the inner game first here, self-driven here. So this is an expression really of you want to have topics, what's the word? With an S, that are an expression of who you are. Yes? All right, so we're going to go over some pieces that have to be there. The first one is this one. It starts with a P. Thank you. What's the word? You've got to have passion for what it is, passion for it. What do you love? What are your interests? The more you love your topic, the more energy there'll be involved in there, the more students will enjoy it, the more successful you'll be. Yes or yes? Plus, you'll enjoy the business a lot more, right? I can't even think of anything worse than training on a topic that you don't even have any passion for. What a joke that would be. And yet people do it all the time. They go to the third one down there, I'm going to do what's wanted in the marketplace. They got no passion for it, and they're surprised as to why it doesn't work. You don't have to be surprised for it. It's got to come from you, from your heart, from your soul, from your spirit, if you want it to work. Because people will nail you in a nanosecond. They will see that you're doing this primarily for the money as a business, and you have no interest in what you're really talking about. You have no care about it, and your presentation will suck. What's the word, please? Suck. Tell somebody else. It'll suck. You have to say, it's going to suck. All right, so what better than to be spending your time talking about an area that you love and getting paid for it? Good or good? Good. The second thing we want to be looking at is this word. It's P. Thank you. Very good. What's the word, please? Purpose. Why are you here on this earth right now? What can you teach people based on your mission in life? And you know, very often this comes, especially in this business, it comes from a challenge. What's the word? That you might have overcome in your life and you can now help others with. Not always, but very often. Maybe you overcame a weight problem. Maybe you overcame a money problem. Maybe you overcame self-esteem issues. Maybe you had a health challenge. Personally, when I was young, I was very heavily criticized. What's the word, please? And I was very disempowered when I was younger. And I was able to overcome that. And now what do I teach? I teach empowerment, yes? I teach people to own their power. And you know what? You don't have to be perfect. You can be in the process also. That's one of the big things a lot of people think, I can't stand up there. Why not? Because I'm not perfect yet. You know what? If you wait until you're perfect, you will never be up on this stage. Got it? And you will never help the people you could have helped. If you have 50 pounds to lose, and you've lost 40 pounds in a healthy way, do you have something you can share with people? And you don't have to, lie, or you walk up there and you go, my name is da-da-da. I have 50 pounds to lose. I've lost 40, but the 40 that I've lost have been in the healthiest way. I feel 1,000% healthy. I feel 1,000% energetic. I've done this in a way. raise your hand if you've ever been on a diet roller coaster. Raise your hand if you've ever felt terrible while you're dieting and hungry all the time. Yes? What if you could do that? I'm going to show you a way that I lost 40 of my 50 pounds. I still have 10 more to go. You can see it right there. But here's what I used to... Do you think you could help people like that? Yes or no? Of course you can. You're in the process. You know what? Nobody who teaches anything is perfect at what they do. Nobody, me included. Nobody. There's nobody out there who uses everything that they teach to the maximum. Got it? So you're not in oh my God, I'm not perfect. Forget about perfect. All you have to ask is one thing. Can I help some people right now? Raise your hand if you could. That's it. Then you deserve to be on that stage. Got it? If you're afraid of the stage, forget the stage, stand on the floor. Your job is to help people. Is to what? Help people. Thank you. All right. So, the next one over here is very important. Your natural what? Your natural talents. What's the first word? Natural talents. These are God-given gifts that you can share with other people. Again, are you naturally talented at tennis? Are you naturally talented at cooking, or at writing, or at organizing, or at healing, at communicating, at using your intuition, at compassion, at travel, at finances? What's your natural tendencies? These gifts were given to you for a reason. And your duty is to possibly teach about those things. Yes? All right. The next one we're going to work with over here is this is very big. Your what? Thank you. Your experiences. One of the people I met early on in this business, very, very strong in the seminar arena, what they teach is they say, have any experience and then write about and teach about it. Like do something out there. What they did is they went on extended trip, a 1-year vacation. They took their kids out of school and they went on a 1-year traveling around the world with their kids. Now you think that's a pretty neat thing to do, right? Well, they looked at it as a business proposition. They said, we're going to take a year, take our kids out of school, we're going to run around the country, and then we're going to write about and teach about how to do this. And then they did. And they make a fortune. They make $300,000-400,000 a year teaching people how to take off and live the life of their dreams and how to set things up, how to make sure this is handled, that's handled. People want to know that. Do you believe it? Good or good? That's what they say. They say do anything and then teach about it. Anything. All right. So my story is what? I went from 0 to $1 million in 2.5 years. Now I teach about it. Yes? Right. There's a woman who, you may, I don't know her name exactly, but she sailed across the Atlantic alone. Now she gets $7,000 to $10,000 a shot for keynote speeches at luncheons talking about her adventures with her little slideshow. Good or good? Let's see here. The next thing you want to talk about here is your knowledge and your skills. So tell me the difference between knowledge and skills and natural talents. Thank you. One is learned. Which one? Knowledge and skills. Those are learned propositions. It doesn't mean you were born with it. Doesn't mean that it's a natural talent for you. That's a big difference. But you can still use those, knowledge and skills. So what do you know? What are your skills? What specialized training do you have? And again, the difference between natural talents and skills is that your natural talents are inherent. They're always with you. So, for example, I teach negotiations. Is that a natural talent or is that a learned skill? That one is a learned skill, absolutely. Okay, I didn't come out of the womb being good at negotiations. I just didn't, right? Never even dawned on me, never thought about that. But I learned how to do that, and I do that fairly well, so I teach other people to do that. Do you have things that you've learned that you can teach other people about? Yes or yes? Again, we're looking for multifaceted topics. In other words, you want several topics. How many topics? Several topics. So you want to use a lot of these different possibilities for yourself. There's two guys. They were U.S. Army Rangers. You know, the Rangers are more of an elite group, right? You know what they do now? They retired from that, and now they teach problem solving to executives. And they teach it in a way that puts people through on the field. So in other words, experiential Army Ranger stuff that they put executives through. These guys make, right now, I just spoke with one the other day because we were looking at it for one of our programs. They only started like 4 or 5 years ago. Their revenues last year were $6 million. There's only 2 of them. Good or good? Because they have this knowledge, this skill set, and now they teach that skill set. Go like this. Say, I can do that too. Absolutely. Okay. A fella I met a little while ago, you may or may not have heard of him. He teaches people how to beat traffic tickets. He earns over $500,000 a year strictly on the radio. He has a little book on how to beat traffic tickets, and he gets on the radio, 2-3 radio interviews a day, for like 5 to 7 to 10 minutes each, gets on there and talks about beating traffic tickets, and then sells his book on an 800 number or through the web. Good or good? $500,000. Is he skilled at this? What else is he good at? He's good at getting on the radio, marking on the radio. He decided, hey, you know what else I'm good at? Getting multi-topics. I'm not only good at telling people teaching people how to avoid and beat traffic. I can teach people. I'm an expert at getting on the radio and selling things. He now has another program on how to get on the radio and sell anything and make $500,000 a year. He makes another $500,000 a year on that program. He makes $1 million a year. He works generally, listen to this, from 5 in the morning till 9 in the morning. That's it. $1 million a year. Everything else is fulfillment houses. Raise your hand if you can handle that. Yeah. Good or good? Use your knowledge. Use your skills. You guys interested in this at all? Yeah. Also, the other thing you want to look at this is all criteria for you choosing topics. What's the word? Topics with a what? With an S. Topics. What is your... What is it? What message do you want to get out there? What do you feel people need to know? You know, I was listening to Oprah a little while ago, and a good friend of mine, Robert Kiyosaki, was on. Raise your hand if you heard of Robert. And if you listen to him, he has the same message. What's the word? Again and again and again. His message is basically that people were taught to work for money. They need to learn how to have money work for them. If you listen to Robert talk on radio or television, he says that 28 times in 6 minutes. People need to learn how to have money work for them. That's his message. You talk to Robert. What's his message? All his books, all his tapes, everything is about how to have money work for you. Yes or yes? What's your message? What do you want to have out there? Okay? So, the next one over here that you want to look at is who you want to... What's the word? Become. What's the word? Become. Who do you want to become? What type of person do you want to be? What do you want to learn more about yourself? Listen closely. This is big. This is something that I added into this program because it had such a dramatic effect on my own life. Now, so the question really works out to this. How many of you have heard the saying, you become what you think about? Raise your hand. Let me say this right now. This is critical for you. You become what you teach about. Say that to me. You become what you teach about. You understand what I'm saying? You become what you teach about. It's amazing. When I was involved in Speed Wealth, how to make $1 million in your own business in 3 years or less, my whole life and my whole energy revolved around making money fast. I was training that every day. That's who I became. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a natural process. Choose your topic very carefully because you are going to turn into it. Is that good advice? Yes. You watch and see how that happens. All right, so consider, who do you want to become? Who do you want to be in the future? I'm going to tell you a little quick story here about my book, Speed Wealth. What's it called? Speed Wealth. How to make $1 million in your own business in 3 years or less. Now, the reason I want to tell you this story is because I wrote this book when I wrote the book, I wrote it in, I believe it was 96 or 97, based on who I was at the time and what I was interested at the time. Except by the time I was finished that book, I had already kind of, where I was kind of past that stage of only how to make money and make it quickly. Understand? I was working more of who I was more of the, something called Your Mind and Money, which has turned into the Millionaire Mind, yada, yada, yada. More of the personal development side of things. Warrior was just starting. You understand what I'm saying? Yes? That's where my next move was of who Harv was. Harv was warrior. Harv was wizard. Harv was personal development. Harv was the inner game of money and success. Got it? And yet, my book was just coming out on Speed Wealth, how to make $1 million in your own business in 3 years or less. Now, there was nothing wrong with that. But what I had an opportunity to get that one published too. A major publishing house offered me a small contract. I was, a lot different than I am today, but a decent one to do Speed Wealth because one guy read it, said, "My God, this should be out there for everybody." And you know what? I turned it down. You know why I turned it down? You tell me. That's right. I didn't want to be known as A, the get-rich-quick guy. And B, for who I didn't want to be talking about that every day for the next 2 years. It just wasn't who I was anymore. He says, we're going to sell 1 million of these copies. I said, if you can sell them without me talking about it, great. But I'm not going there. I'm here now. You want to do this? He goes, no. And I said, then I can't do anything with you. So think about who you want to become. Who do you want to live into? What topic do you want? What's your next move? And especially if you're a current trainer, and you're already speaking, what's your next move? What's your next stage in your life? Y'all understand what I'm saying, yes or yes? Very important you think about this at this point in time.